Ladies and gentlemen of the Groove Nation, David Lemon here with another Groove LemonAid Q&A session number 28. This is going to be an interesting one. I didn't receive any comments from you guys on the social media on the announcement post, but I'm pretty confident that everybody jumping in here will have some questions that will need answering. So I can see already people are starting to come in. So welcome, guys. Thank you very much for being here. In case you have any questions, please let me know. As you know the drill, just make sure you put a little Q in front of your questions so I can answer them for you. I can already see some people jumping into the stream. Lavine is here saying, hey, David. Hey, Navin. Also, Tyrone is very actively asking questions already. I'm going to get to your question, Tyrone, in a moment. But yeah, we are starting a great week. We have already done a couple of deployments, smaller deployments for GroovePages. It's just some fixes of functionalities, but there is loads more to come. I'm confident that you're going to like what we have for you and planned for this week. So there's that. Helen is watching us on YouTube. Hi Helen, it's good to have you here. For now, I can see only people from YouTube. So in case you're watching from Facebook, jump in the comment section so I can see that it actually works. That I'm receiving the comments. It was a couple of times that I actually wasn't receiving any comments from Facebook. Okay, so I can see somebody here saying hello from Facebook. So it's good to have you here. Thank you very much. At this moment, I don't know who you are. So in case you could, I would appreciate if you head over to StreamYard.com/Facebook. If you click on this link, this will allow me to actually see your profile image and your name when you're commenting. So I can click on it, and this person as well. Or if this is the same person. Hi, David. Good to see you. Good to see you as well. And hi from Makasia. Or Malaysia, I believe it was just a typo. But yeah, welcome. Thank you very much for watching. It should be quite late there. I believe it's already midnight in Malaysia. So it's good that you're here. In case you have any questions, feel free to jump in and ask them freely. So good. I can see people are starting to come in. So I'm going to start answering some of the questions from Tyrone, starting with the question that Tyrone asked. Hi there, David. Any workarounds for the horizontal tablet designer in GroovePages? The formatting on this device is a real mess. I thought responsiveness was being simplified to just 3 devices. Yes, that is going to come with the next iteration, which is going to be a simplified builder. At this moment, we're just making sure that the functionalities that we want to bring over are working fully. So at this moment, we are not working on building the actual new version of GroovePages. The functionality we have currently, we just need to fix that first, and then it's going to be kind of rolled into the new user interface. We're going to be keeping the functionalities, but making sure that the user interface is a bit different. It has the drag and drop systems that we always wanted. We have this Flexbox style of editing where it automatically adjusts things like stacking on smaller devices, on narrower devices, and then it puts columns next to each other on the wider devices and things like that. I don't know what are the issues that you are experiencing with the horizontal tablet in the designer. We are working on making sure that the horizontal tablet functions exactly like the vertical tablet, that it has the hamburger menu on the top. It doesn't, for example, in the navigation, it needs to have a hamburger menu because it is a tablet device and it just doesn't fit quite well yet as for laptop devices and so on. We will be getting rid of that device in the newer version. As I mentioned previously, the newer version of GroovePages, we will have 3 devices only, and the reason we didn't do that yet because of this Flexbox stacking that's going to be coming. But at this moment, we are just working through the different functionalities that we already have but need to get changed or improved, and also the things that we always wanted to bring in. For example, the global blocks functionality, and also templates for pop-ups and things like that. This is something that we already planned for a long time, and it's kind of not that hard to even implement it. It's just that we need to prioritize somehow the systems. The first thing that I'm going to look forward to is coming within the next couple of days, and this is the saving of the elements. This was kind of pushed aside a little bit while we were working on the responsiveness options, the publishing options, and things like that. But saving of the elements is going to allow you to save your own elements, and our designers and the developers will be able to resave the elements so that the curly brackets, whenever you're pulling in an element, then you see everything nicely, and then the curly brackets just start like blinking for a couple of seconds. That's going to be going away as well. So it's going to be faster, it's going to be easier to manage just with having us resave the elements. So that's it about that question. I've just been ignoring it as I thought it was disappearing, but testing my page in Chrome, it still scales through this device and formatting gets thrown out. Yes, that's because of the Flexbox functionality. When you have a builder that uses Flexbox, then you can just put up the, like, for example, the desktop, mobile, and the tablet, and everything in between will kind of fall into place. At this moment, it doesn't. We kind of went with a way of more manual building, that people want to be able to control each and every device separately. That was the thinking behind creating the 5 screen selectors, but we're going to making it simpler so that you don't have to really think about designing each and every one of those aspects and every screen. At first, it was kind of useful, and our target audience was using that and was asking for it. But now more and more people are coming in for not only the page building app, but also for the other apps. For example, they just want a membership, but they also need to have some sort of a page built. So they are not designers, they're not developers, so they want something much simpler. This is where we are going to be bringing in that new Flexbox functionality and the new UI and things like that to accommodate the newer users that are not designers, that don't really need to modify all the 5 devices at the same time. So that's coming, but we are still going to be keeping the functionalities for the advanced users, like in case you really want to kind of do some custom layouts and custom things, that's going to still be available. Okay, so I can see Leonard is here. Joy is watching us. I need to know how to get started. I signed up but don't know how to implement. Joy, this is a very, very broad question that I could help you, but I just don't know what you're trying to do. There are people that come to Groove because they want to start their websites, for example, websites for restaurants or flower shops or something like this. They just need a website, like a brochure place where people, like where they promote their business. There are people that build funnels and they want to like sell everything online. There are people that come to Groove just because they want to put up their membership on there. They have a course and they want to post that course somewhere. I really don't know what what you're looking for and what your plan is, what your product is, what you're trying to do. So what my suggestion is, whenever you have something like this, it would be great if you, for example, create a video of yourself or just record your screen or something like that. This is what I would do in case I would be fully like unaware of where to go and how to do things. What I would do is just click on loom.com or screen recording app or anything that basically can record, or even your phone. Just record yourself on your phone and just say, hi guys, my name is Joy, I am here, I just joined Groove and I really don't know where to start. What I'm trying to do is this and this, and I have this product and I don't really know what to do with it, how to create a business around it. I don't know how to implement Groove into my business so that it has an online presence. So that's what I would do if I would be looking for help, because a lot of things can be done with Groove, and if you just start looking through tutorials, you will learn a lot of stuff, but that may not be the thing that you need. what you may need is completely different than what it may be completely different than what we actually cover in some of our courses. What you need, for example, it may be something custom. So try to create this video, post it in our Facebook community and our community, and basically people from our company will be there to assist you and to guide you through on what tutorials to watch, where to go, and what to do, and so on. So that's the best thing that I would suggest, Joy, in case you have kind of a plan or a product already. Just feel free to ask for directions. People will be more than happy to help. There will be those that will offer you also like a PM me, and then we can get on a call. Sometimes those calls are for money. Sometimes they offer you kind of their help, but it's kind of a hint, like let's work together, or let me help you, I'll be your consultant, and things like that. That is also an option. You will get probably helped by all sorts of people, but that's just my opinion. In case you're stuck, ask for help, ask for guidance, just give us more details so we can guide you through to where you could go. Here we go. There is a question from Polo. Hi, David. I'm a Platinum Lifetime user, but I still didn't receive GrooveMail update. When can I expect to receive it? Polo, this is being worked on. I've looked through the GrooveMail user activations, and a lot of users already got access. My paid account already got access. That was not turned on by me. It was just automatically turned on. So it is slowly getting to everybody there. So you can just rest assured you'll get access very, very soon. Okay. 20K Evron. Hi there. There are investment opportunities for GrooveFunnels. Investment, in case you're thinking about stocks, there really isn't any stocks offered by Groove at this point, because Groove is not a publicly traded company. Groove is just a private company that kind of uses a system of crowdfunding, and we are actually kind of selling the minimum viable product, or MVP of the software, kind of a beta version of the software, where users like you and Naveen and Joy and people like those that are watching this video are kind of the early investors in that software. So you guys are helping us build something better and better. So this is kind of the investment at this moment. You're investing into an early version of the platform so that it grows and becomes something awesome. Any plans to open branches in the US? The US is the actual birthplace of this platform. So the Groove Digital LLC is a company that is in US Florida, and this is where the company is. So I don't really know what kind of branches are you looking for. Groove is not a local store or a local place where you go in and then you kind of hang out. It's I don't know if this was something that you were looking for, but it's just a company where that employs people all around the world, and we just work collectively online so that we create a software that you guys can use. Can we create directly membership without creating portals? Absolutely. You don't really need portals if you have only one membership. There is really no use for a portal in that case. You can just send access information or credentials for one of the memberships. But yeah, portals are always there in case you want to kind of offer more. Like, you may have one course now, but in case you want to add on top of that course and sell the additions, like a separate kind of product at a later point, like an add-on, you can just create another membership. You can clone the previous one and you can create this one, which would be like a course extended version or something like that, which would be a completely different course that you can sell also for another person or another kind of version of it. And then the person that purchased the first one and the second one can get access through a portal, which would be easier for them to access the courses. vMaker is a new screen recording app in the market. It allows unlimited screen and webcam recordings, as opposed to Loom that allows 5-minute limit on each recording. Let's just visit that one. I'm always happy to explore options, and I've seen a couple of these free recording apps. I just don't know how good they are. Okay, vMaker. Okay, I saw this one on AppSumo. I actually never tested it. There was another one that I saw that is offering also screen recording, but also free calls. I don't know the name of it, but um, yeah. So there is this vMaker on AppSumo for $49 or so. I don't really want to promote it, so I'm not going to show it. But I saw this on AppSumo. It's an alternative. There is a lot of these screen recording options like SensePark and Berrycast and this vMaker and others. But yeah, there's something for people that don't really have a solution yet. Any review of the future of GroovePages, template, etc. Not sure what do you mean review of the future of GroovePages. There are a couple of mock-ups that we have for GroovePages, but this is very, very, very early stages that kind of don't really have a built out version of how it's going to really look like in the future. So at this moment, I don't have much to show on that part, but once I do have something, I always share with you guys. I cannot keep these back because I'm excited. And you guys, as I mentioned earlier, like we are working with crowdfunding, and you guys are the kind of investors that invested in this early stage product. And I just want to give you kind of updates, like a shareholders meetings. I just want to give you kind of a um, kind of a view of what is happening and what is waiting for you and is what is coming. But at this moment, the GroovePages, I showed it quite some time ago, but it's just not really built out. This mockup is not really built out fully yet because it's just a complete idea, or the mockup of how it will look like. Because at this moment we're still adding a tons of features like the new publishing settings, a new version of responsiveness. We're going to be putting in webinars into GroovePages, like you're going to be building out your webinar pages. We're going to be putting an SEO tab in there so that you can manage all of your SEO settings on one place. We're going to be changing the settings that are right now in the upper right hand side corner in that hamburger menu. We're going to bring it within the app. So a lot of these changes were not on that mockup, and we kind of stopped with the further development of that mockup because we're just developing new functionalities, adding it into our builder first, and then we can kind of think of how it will look like later on. Okay, I had to manually set my bullet to display using CSS. Just wondering if the designers can work on this. Bullets are set to display none, which doesn't make sense in GroovePages. That's strange. Let's just have a look at it together. I haven't seen any issues with the bullets last time when I was working with them, but as we're changing things, there may have been changes to stuff. This was probably by mistake if this is the actual case that happens. So regular list, I believe that's the thing, and it should be like it's displaying now. Let's just type in some text. This is my text. Let's just try to duplicate this. Not quite sure what is the actual issue. I cannot see anything that displays with none. Maybe icon list items. So if I change my icon to something else, let's use this apple. This is an apple. Bullets don't show after publishing. Okay, let's try. Let's try to do that. Oops. That's the wrong button. Oh yeah, we changed the way our publishing works today. There was an update where whenever you hover over the website in this current page, there is going to be these 3 buttons show. I kind of forgot about that, so I clicked on the wrong button. But if you want to publish, then you choose either website or current page, and you can have these options also to go or copy over these things. And then if you want to publish something, then you click the publish option on here. There we go. So now we published it. Let's just go and preview this change. Let's refresh. Okay, so my bullet points are here. My icon is here. It could be an isolated issue, could be that something else is causing that on your side. So as you can see, at this moment, I am not able to replicate it. So if you could record a short Loom video or any kind of screen recording, really, vMaker, there you go. If you kind of do a recording and reach out to our support team, they would be able to look into this one for you. I'm not kind of seeing any issues right now. All of the bullet points are showing up. Thanks. It's probably dependent on the template. Not sure, Charles, but definitely reach out to a support team. Just try to create a new site as well, or a new page or a new site, and try to see if this is the case. If it is still happening, then it could be a bug. I didn't see any issues with it as I mentioned last time when I worked with it, and at this moment also it is not happening, as you can see. So this may be something that we need to look into. So definitely reach out to our support team. Okay, let's just go back and answer your questions, guys. Okay, how to set up the automations such that only when customers' card get charged the second month open up, so on for other months. I'm not sure. Okay, Naveen, I saw some of your comments. I'm not sure why it jumped over it. So I have a $1 course that I intend to give it on trial for the first month, and after that $97 a month in GrooveMember. What is the question on here? Okay, let's just go on to the second one. How to set up the automation such that only when a customer card gets charged 97 the second month, content opens up. So you have a $1 course that you want to give on trial for the month. So that would probably be just 2 different courses. Okay, so what I would do is just for the trial, if somebody purchases that trial, they get access to one of that courses. And when you, but how to actually automate that? Yeah. You can drip feed content. You can drip feed the content in GrooveMember, so that actually after 1 month, after they purchased, after 1 month, they start getting the content. That could be the option. So let me just show you on here. You set up the actual sales process normally. The actual product will have one price point, which will also have the trial, $1 trial, and the $97 subscription. But when you are in GrooveMember, you set up the actual content to be drip fed or dripped out during a month period time. So oops, that's not the place I wanted to go. When you go into the edit option, and there we can see the access levels. If we go to the access levels, there we have the option to drip feed. Okay, so normally it is set up on instant access, but you can also say drip feed access after 31 days, or you set up 30 days or so on. You basically calculate the time that you set. Okay, if a charge, if there is a payment on I don't know, in the 30 days time, so in a 1 month of time, then you set up 30 days, and it's just going to be this content will be released after that 30-day have passed. So that is an option. Or you can also set up 31 days, then you have this 1 day in between. That's kind of the way right now. There is no way to automate payments through on the basis of payments. So if we have a look at our GrooveMail automations, you can see we will be adding on more triggers there, absolutely. But at this moment, we don't have a way to trigger if there is a payment. You can do when somebody purchased, or a purchase of a product happened, but the purchase is not separating what payment was processed. So at this moment, kind of the drip feed is your only chance at this moment, and in automating something what you're trying to do. Okay, let's just go back and see if you gave us any more information. How to set up the automation such that only when a customer card gets charged 97, the second month content opens up. Yeah, basically just through that drip feeder right now. If there's no automation for this, can I use drip feed? Yeah, basically, yeah. How can a customer cancel the recurring membership in GrooveMember? The recurring membership is not in GrooveMember. The recurring payments are in GrooveSell, and every platform or every customer, even you guys that purchased anything through Groove, you can go to billing.groovesell.com. billing.groovesell.com. This is kind of your billing portal, and every user's billing portal that purchases something through Groove. Let me just show you here from my end. David at groovedigital.com. You just type in the customer's email, or basically your email. The customer will type in their own email and click send email. We will receive an email immediately. Here we go. So the email came in, GrooveSell customer portal access. And yeah, I need to open my email on here. Give me just a second. But the email will open, and there will be a link in there which you need to click. I'll show you now. And once you click that, there we go. So this is the actual email, which says we received a request to access the customer billing portal. Please click here to access the billing portal. You click here, you click on that link, and it basically logs you into your purchases. And it now shows you all of the purchases that you have made through Groove. And in some of them, you can download the invoice. In some of them, you'll be able to manage your subscription, update the credit card, and things like that. This you need to enable for your customers. So at this moment, I don't have any subscriptions that I kind of signed up for. So let me just show you. This is now what a customer will see if they go to billing.groovesell.com. Okay. At a later point, we'll be able to change the actual billing.groovesell.com to something your own. So billing.naveen, naveensagency.com or something like that. At this moment, it's still tied to the GrooveSell domain, but we'll have this done in a more kind of custom way, so that each and every user, every content creator, every account holder will be able to manage. So as I said, this is the platform that the customers will see, but you need to enable the options for them first. So if we go to GrooveSell on here, and let's just say I'm you, Naveen, and I'm going to enable that my users can modify the credit card details and such. So you go into the settings. So you go to GrooveSell, settings, and self-billing. Okay, here you have the option to allow invoice downloads, allow credit card updates. That's the one that you need. Do you want to allow refunds? Do you want to allow canceling of subscriptions? So this, if you turn all of these on, that means that you're allowing your customers to go into that billing portal and to change their credit card details, get a refund, cancel their subscriptions, and things like that. So this is all done through the self-billing, but you need to enable it first. Once you enabled it, then it will look like this. This is going to be the process. Users will type in the email that they used for purchasing, and then they can get an email like this. Once they get an email, they will see your membership, your program, platform, whatever you're selling here, they can open it up and they will have buttons like change the credit card number, or download invoice, or cancel subscription, or ask for a refund if that is within the refund period over here. So you can follow all that. You can also see if they came in through an affiliate. For example, on here, I came in through an affiliate, or I purchased this program through Mike Filsame's affiliate link, and basically you can track all that information if you are the actual customer. So there's that. So yeah, there is options, and that is how you do it. Let's see. I can see an automation cancel the subscription. If I set this up, will the customer be completely removed from the system once he cancels it? This is not for a customer to cancel its own subscription. I just showed you now in the self-billing portal. This is where the customer cancels its own subscription. When you want to set up an automation in GrooveMail, this is that you, as the content creator, you are canceling somebody that didn't that asked for a refund, for example. So you can create an automation if users if a purchase gets refunded, then cancel subscription or something like that. That is the normal process. So that should be set up there. Okay, so I have here, I couldn't connect to StreamYard. Now I can see you here. I will not try to pronounce your name because I would probably say it incorrectly, but yeah, I'm just going to pass on this one. But thank you. I can see you now on here, and that's great. So Joy is saying, I don't have a business. I was hoping to generate income. Okay, so I believe I answered that for Joy already. Let's see. Some of my questions were just like, I skipped over them because StreamYard showed it to me like that in a kind of a jumpy way. Let's just see where I stopped on here. Okay, yeah, so this was Naveen's question. Charles is the next one. What's the difference between funnels in GroovePages and GrooveSell? Should they be used together? So GroovePages is purely design of your pages. GrooveSell is the brains and the purchases of, and basically the products and purchases of the of an online business. So why we separated it like that and why we didn't do it like ClickFunnels is because GrooveSell you can use with other page builders as well. You don't necessarily have to be married to GroovePages. We are making it so that it is connected deeply within basically you can have elements like a GrooveSell elements. You can have everything that you do in GroovePages will have some sort of connection with other apps, and this is what we're trying to do. But you don't necessarily have to use GroovePages to design your pages. Let's just say you are a WordPress guy and you want to use GrooveSell and you want to use GrooveMember, but you don't really want to use GroovePages. In that case, you can use Elementor and you can create your funnel pages, like the landing page or the actual funnel page and the upsell page and the downsell page and everything, and use GrooveSell to actually just connect all that together. So this is what GrooveSell allows you to do. ClickFunnels, Kartra, and the other funnel builders, they are kind of a married connection of purchasing power, and like Samcart, for example, the actual builder is the sales platform. So you don't really have the options to design your pages in one platform and then use the payment processing in another platform. GrooveSell allows you to do that. So GroovePages funnels are just folders where you put in your funnels. Let me just demonstrate it. I tend to answer this question very, very, very frequently. But that doesn't matter. So over here, we have the funnels category. This you can see I have my funnel pages, the thank you pages, the upsell pages, the opt-in pages, and all sorts of different stuff that I'm giving, like the download page and so. But in the pages, I have the terms and conditions, and you cannot see from my head. I have the terms and conditions, support, privacy policy, and things like that on here. I have the opt-in page, like the subscribe to get the freebie and things like that, which is not the funnel, which is not part of the funnel. So if you have a look at GroovePages right now, the pages on here is used to design your brand website or the pages that are not funnel pages, okay, like the legal pages and such. But in a funnel, it's kind of a specific folder where you can say, okay, this is my normal regular funnel. I can create another funnel which I'm going to be using for Black Friday. Let's just say Black Friday. So I'm going to use this funnel number 2. I'm going to rename it, and I'm going to say Black Friday funnel. I have 2 funnels, the regular funnel and then the Black Friday funnel. So these are kind of folders where you put in multiple pages so that you understand it. But this is just purely design. Okay, so this is just buttons and links to something else. This is images, videos, text, colors, and such. But here in GroovePages doesn't really have payment processing and anything kind of what requires brains. So GrooveSell I call the brains of a funnel because it is the one that actually processes the payment, creates the upsells, downsells, order bumps, and things like that. It's basically the brains of a funnel. So we separated out the app so you can use your own stuff in tandem with Groove, and it's just a much better versatile platform than any that you can find on the market right now. So most of the times when you go and pay $2.99 for a platform, they force you to use your own page builder. They force you to use your own everything. That's not the case here in Groove. We kind of give you a good solution for a page builder, but in case you want to use something else, feel free to use so. Feel free to do so. Cool. Let's just go on and see something else. Hi David, how I move a page I built in funnels to the pages section in GroovePages. At this moment you can either save the blocks so that you actually reconstruct the page, or you can also save a template and just bring over a saved template. So these are your options. At this moment we don't really have, we will add, and that is on the to-do list. We'll have a clone to or a move to option for pages. So you can move it into a funnel folder, or you can actually move it to a different site if you prefer to do so. So that's going to be coming for pages, and also funnel folders you'll be able to move and clone to other sites that you own. Maybe you own 2 brand project sites. One is going to be for your personal stuff, like your personal branding things, but you have one of your own clients that you just want to kind of clone over the whole funnel and bring it over, so you'll be able to just clone to a different site. So that's kind of on the to-do list. We are going to be doing that and implementing that functionality soon. How can I link my email with GrooveSell? Not sure I understand what you mean with link your email with GrooveSell. A GrooveSell has transactional emails. It sends out automatic transactional emails, which is like somebody purchased the product, and then they get a kind of thank you for the purchase, here is your invoice, or something like that. If you're asking if you can actually type in your email so that when a user receives that transactional email, it actually says that it came from you, that's at this moment not possible to do. We will have a system of modifying those transactional emails and just managing the sender for those transactional emails, but at this moment it's not possible to do at this moment in time. Okie dokie, let's just have a look. Can you explain what I would use GrooveVideo for? Absolutely, Leonard. And this is something that a lot of people don't fully understand what GrooveVideo is for. GrooveVideo at this moment is in its infancy. It's going to get better and better. and I just know because I've seen a lot of different platforms being sold on the market, AppSumo, PitchGround, and other basically platforms that are selling these kinds of SaaS softwares, and a lot of these video platforms are being sold, and people are buying it like crazy because they understand the value of it. But none of them can do what GrooveVideo is going to be doing. None of them will have built-in email automation platform. You will need to buy multiple different software platforms in order to do what GrooveVideo is going to be allowing you to do. So GrooveVideo is a video player where you upload your videos. If you're a platinum member, you can upload your videos to Groove and let us host and encode and like basically serve the videos for the viewers. Or if you're a free member, you can connect your own hosting, you can connect your own encoding options, and then you can basically do the same. So what it allows you to do is it allows you to have a non-intrusive way of playing videos online without ads, without any kind of banners popping up that you don't control. So it gives you full control of your video and allows you to play I don't know, videos for your course. Like you can put up and upload videos of a course, and that's what we do. And I can show you an example, a good example for that. It's Fast Start Labs. This is one of the memberships, paid memberships that Groove did, and I'm going to show you how it looks like. So we are using GrooveVideo. We uploaded our course content, the actual videos on GrooveVideo, and we are serving that inside the membership, which which gives you kind of security. I'm right clicking right now and it actually doesn't give me the option to download this video. If somebody wants to download a video online, they will be able to do, but we are doing our own part so that you cannot really like right click and download the video. My internet is laggy today, so it may be that, but you can upload your videos onto GrooveVideo, but it allows you so much more. It also has the it gives you the opportunity to put in call to actions. You don't have to put like click below the video and let's go to the next level, something like that. When you have a video sales letter, you don't really say below the video there is a button. And if you're using this exact same video on Facebook, you cannot really put a button below the video. So GrooveVideo allows you to actually put a button inside the actual video player, which is kind of like and here, bum, you can see a button. It's not going to be a separate button, it's going to be in the video where you're calling people to action. They can click on it. You can also put in a form. So as you're watching right now my face on here, instead of my face, you can put up a nice little form which says fill out the form in case you would like to continue watching the video, things like that. You can actually serve freebies with your video. Just put it on the page and you don't have to put anything else. Like you will have a form, somebody fills out the form, and at the end of the video you actually have a call to action button, and that's kind of your page. So it allows you to create full-on landing pages where you served video as your freebie. You have an opt-in form on the video, you have a call to action at the end of the video. You don't have to design any kind of page. Everything is within the video. That opt-in form will be connected to GrooveMail. At this moment in time, it is not yet. GrooveMail is going to have automations added on to communicate with GrooveVideo. Let's just say if somebody watched 25% of the video, then do this, then give them this, then add them to this list, tag them specifically, show them this offer or things like that, send them a message. You may have missed the best part of the video or something like that. So you'll be able to automate actions based on how people, on who and how much of the video they watched. This is going to be quite awesome. We are very much at the beginning stage of GrooveVideo. We don't yet have the forms connected to GrooveMail. That's the next step that we're going to also have all these automations. It's going to it's going to be a funnel on its own, because you don't really need to design a page. You just put a video on the page, embed it somewhere, and it's going to do its all it's going to do all on its own. So there's that. That's basically GrooveVideo. But yeah, it's video hosting, so you don't necessarily need to pay for Vimeo or platforms like that. Can you use QuickBooks instead of TaxJar for GrooveKart? I believe you can use it using Zapier, but not through an inbuilt integration. Zapier will allow you to connect to QuickBooks, but without Zapier, I don't think that you can right now. In general, what's the difference between funnels and pages? Right now, I don't see a huge difference, but I remember Mike saying I should use funnels for lead gen and pages for a static website homepage. Yes, that's basically it. I explained it earlier, that funnels are going to be kind of the pages you design for selling, and it's going to allow you to kind of further separate all your funnels for the purposes that you need. Let's just say you have a Christmas offer, and you create a separate folder for that Christmas offer, and everything you do design in GroovePages around that Christmas offer is going to go into that separate folder. So it's going to first organize your pages a bit better. Second, it's going to take away the generic pages from the contact us, about us, your generic website's homepage, to the actual to separate them to the sales pages, to the generic pages. And at a later stage, we're also going to have A/B testing functionality. Test one page of the funnel versus the other page of the funnel. We're also going to have a deeper analytics of the funnel, like which page converted at what percent, how many visitors saw the opt-in page, how many visitors saw the upsell page, downsell page, and so on. And that's going to all be added into the funnel functionality. So that's why we suggest everybody that is saying, I'm building a funnel, I'm building my sales pages, put it in the funnel functionality, because at a certain time, this new additions will show up, and you're going to be happy with your decision in case you put your funnels in the actual funnel tab right there. There's no harm in republishing the whole website after making changes to an individual page, right, David? There is actually, like, it's not, I wouldn't call it harm, but you need to be careful, because a lot of times people, or I've seen designers do that very often, they do click the save button and save the changes as kind of a draft mode. They just want to save it so that the actual owner or the actual client they are designing for may come into the builder and see the changes, but they kind of forget that they did those changes without the approval of the client yet, and then somebody clicks the publish the whole website, and all those saves, all those changes that were saved only as a draft were also published as well. So it's kind of not a harm, but you have to be careful in case you're publishing a page. Like if you're publishing a current page, that's going to only push that one page live. If you're publishing the whole website, which most of the platforms allow you to do only that option, then all of the changes that you only click the save button and you didn't actually get either approval in case you were not fully confident yet about those changes and things like that, all of that is going to go live whether you like it or not, because you actually publish the whole website. All the pages on the website are going to be pushed live. So it's not a harm, but you need to be careful of what you actually want to publish. And this publish current page option is going to allow you that kind of flexibility and security, so that nothing goes live that shouldn't be live yet. Raghu is saying, can you check the same bullet stuff in GrooveMember? I face the same in GrooveMember platform. That may be because GrooveMember and GroovePages are connected, kind of the same builder code is working in the background. So if there is an issue, there may be an issue about that. If you're facing about it, just report it on bug reports portal, and then we're going to look into it. but I know that the builder is getting major updates, not only in the UI, but also we're fixing quite a lot of things for the builder side of things in GrooveMember. So I'm pretty confident that this is going to be checked as well. I think Naveen D'Souza need to see the imperfect action challenge. Yep, definitely learn it. So this is where I talk about access levels and who gets what and things like that. So yeah, okay, thanks, David. Even I was thinking about your feed. Yeah, perfect, Naveen. And if you want, you can check the imperfect action challenge. That's going to probably help you understand how things work. Is there a way to add a GrooveBlog to navbar in GroovePages? As a matter of fact, yes, and it's pretty easy to do. So to do that right now. So let me just share my screen on here. And if I change this beautiful text color to something more readable, we can add on an extra link. I'm just going to use one link over here. So what I did, I just did it a bit fast, so I'm going to do it easier. I have a navigation bar on the top of my page. I will click in the nav menu over here, and I will click configure. Let me zoom. So I can add an external link. External links are pointing somewhere else, not within the actual pages section or the funnel section. So I want to put an external link, and I will say visit our blog, for example. Okay, so visit our blog, and here you can click attach link 1 to URL, and you type in here your URL of the actual blog. Okay, so https colon / something that you have in here. Let me just check. Here, for example, Lemonium. I have so many of these test blogs that I don't even remember their URLs anymore. So I'm just going to go and visit the blog and basically copy over this abcd.grooveadvisor.com. There we go. abcd.grooveadvisor.com. Okay, you can also open it in a new tab, which is my suggestion in case you're sending somebody to your blog, to not actually leave the leave your site and not to be able to come back. So now what we did is we added a button or a navigation menu option which says visit our blog. And if somebody clicks on here, then they will be redirected over to the blog. If you are doing this in a button, at this moment we have a configuration options which are linking to a blog, and we're going to add this functionality in the nav menu as well very soon. So in case you have a button or a link and you want to link to a blog, then you're going to go here, link to blog. You type in Lemonium, for example, that's the name of my blog, and you click update, and now this button is linked directly to the blog. So you can save and publish your changes. You will be able to send people from your navbar, and also just a regular button or a link to your blog. So these are the two options that are available. Found out the issue with bullets. It happens when I use a paragraph element, press the star and space and to create a bullet. Oh yeah, that's actually not a real bullet. It's it's just something the page is the text editor thinks it's a bullet, but it's not. We have our own kind of bullet element that you should use in order to create these bullets. So I'm confident that you were trying to copy paste some text or things like that, and maybe in the text that you tried to copy over had that system, but it's not in the in our builder. You would need to use the actual element of the regular list, icon list, or an image list in order to achieve that. Okay, Mike Filsame is watching us. Hey Mike, I'm pretty confident that it was quite some time ago, as I'm kind of taking my time answering questions in here, everybody. Thanks for the detailed explanation, David. Yeah, yes, Mr. Mike, David is amazing. Thank you very much, Naveen. I appreciate it. Okay, hi David. I'm following the steps to have my contact form sent to my email via Zapier. When I select the block in order to enter integrations, the configure tab gives the option gutter width. That is because you may be missing a form container. If you watch my training on the topic of how to create the actual Zapier integration, I talk about the form container. I'm just going to do this on a pop-up here. So when you have, oops, that's not what I wanted. If you have a pop-up and you want to modify the pop-up, let's just use this pop-up for example. You have a form where there's an email. If you click outside the form, you need to have a form container, and this is the element that you select in order to see the configuration options for integrations. If you actually choose just something else, you will not see like even a container, and this is most probably what you're using. You're using just a regular container, which would be this. When you click on this container, or even on a multi-column container, you click on the layout option of this container. Let's just say this layout. You will see only gutter width. You don't see the options to integrate. But if you use a form container, then you're going to get these options. So let me show you how to build a custom form. So I'm going to delete this form. I'm going to also zoom out and delete this stuff on here so that we have kind of a clear way of seeing what we need to do. So here below this text, I want to create my own form. My own form will be created like this. First, I need to drop in, where is it here? I need to drop in an empty form element, which is this purple box which says this is an empty form container. Try dragging some elements onto it. Let me show you what happens when you click on it. When you click on it, you immediately get the configuration options. Okay, so this is what you need. Now, inside this manager container, I call this a manager container because you can put in input fields, text areas, submit buttons, but if you don't really have this empty form element on it, if you don't have this manager container, you will not be able to do any kind of action on it because you'll be missing this functionality. So input field, we're going to ask for a name. And here, I'm going to duplicate this. This is a name email. And let's just put in here name email message. Or email name message. This would be even better. Email. I'm just typing email. This is the input ID, input name, and input placeholder. You can also add validation rules in case you want to check that the people actually put in an email in that field or not. On here, input ID of the second one is going to be name, and then here, name. Now here, the third one is a text area. This is for receiving longer texts, mostly used for messages. So I'm going to just type in message, and then message. Okay, and text area is required. I'll just add this so that people know that I mean business. Once you have these form fields that people need to fill up, you also need a submit button on here. So we need to add in a submit button, but it needs to be within the actual form container. So on here at the bottom, let me just remove this. And here, I can zoom in. You can see that the actual form submit button is within the form container. If it wouldn't be inside a form container over here, then that would not work. So if we click on an email field, it needs to be showing here input is in a container, and this container is in our form container. Okay, so the form container needs to keep these elements. If I click on the form container, it needs to show that this is the manager of all of this stuff that is inside. It is a manager of this field, this text area, and this button. So everything that happens within this form container is going to be connected to an integration, for example. So let me just zoom out, and now we are able to set up an integration with Zapier, okay, and then decide where to go after. But that's what you're probably looking for. So this is kind of the explanation, not the padding but margins. And now you can see how to create the custom form. I do have a training on that explaining in a little bit more detail about this exact system. So if we go into Groove Digital, you can see custom form, how to create a custom form in GroovePages. I really go into detail on explaining everything about editing containers, just what I showed you earlier, the different settings and how to manage it, and making a two column layout and things like that, how to create these custom containers in order to create all sorts of funky stuff. It's not necessary to watch. You can also jump through the different sections of the presentation, but it's basically the gist that I just explained. You need to have a manager container, and whatever you put inside then is going to be controlled by that form container, which is called empty form. Okie dokie. Let's just see where we are. Let's pop this back so people know what we are talking about. What does gutter width mean? This is the spacing between the columns. Let me just show you quickly. The gutter width is mostly used when you have a multi-column element. Like for example, I'll just drop in this 2-column element in here, and the space between the two containers is called gutter. Okay, if we say gutter width to be none, then this white space that you see here between these checked boxes is going to be decreased to nothing. So it's going to be none. Have a look. 3, 2, 1, bam. There is no spacing in between. If we set it to extra large, it's going to create like kind of a big huge gap in between. So your content from the one container or the one column and the content from the second column is going to be widely separated through this gutter system. You don't necessarily have to use this option for separating the containers. It's good, but you can also do it with padding, like in case you add some padding on the side. That still allows you to kind of manage only on one side the space that you want, like for example on here 30 pixels, and if you want to manage this padding on here also 30 pixels, let's just type it in here because now we can. We now kind of created our own custom gutter through the padding, but you can just simply click on the layout 2x2, where it manages both of the columns at the same time, and then you can configure the gutter width through this drop down. So that's the talk about the gutter. Not some sexy topic, but hey, people are asking about it. Let's see the next questions. There was another question here. How do I get rid of it and get the options for the integrations? Thanks in advance. So as I mentioned, you need to choose an empty form container, drag everything in that empty form container, and just remove the actual column containers that you may have on your page right now. I understand to cancel the subscription automation. Can you show an example showing the triggers? Also, if I set this up, will customer be completely removed from membership? They will be disabled from the membership, yes. So it's not deleting the member. They're going to be still be able to purchase back the subscription or pay the subscription and then be activated. You just need to set up that automation. So let me just show you the different triggers here. So we have an automation system where you can say that if somebody refunded the product, let's just choose this funnel and any product, then refund the purchase and cancel the subscription or something like that. You can do these too for LemonAid book. We need to select the product and a price point and so on, for example, and cancel a subscription for this. And also, yeah, we don't have the remove from the we don't have the disable the access to the membership yet, but that's going to be coming. So at this moment, you would need to manually disable them, but we are going to be managing the new triggers and new kind of actions very soon, which is going to add the disable member from the membership kind of automation. But for now, you can refund a purchase and cancel their subscription, so they are good with the money side of things. And then once you actually have kind of a information about the cancellation, then you can go into GrooveMember and disable that member manually for now. If you won't have for the next couple of weeks any kind of refunds or cancellations, then after that you will be able to set up the new automation with the new triggers that we add on. What's the difference between e-commerce elements GrooveSell checkout versus Checkout-embed? Checkout-embed is basically working for all checkout embeds from ThriveCart, SamCart, anything really. GrooveSell checkout it gives you the option to with a drop down menus select different funnels, the different price points, and kind of set up a checkout box or checkout form for purchasing something that you have built or created in GrooveSell. But a normal general checkout embed is just an embed place for you to put in embed forms from different platforms. But you can also use the GrooveSell embedded checkout form in there. Okay, thank you very much. Thanks, Daniela. It's great to see you here. How can I connect my domain from this is the CloudFlare, and why would you use it? Why would we use it? So how can I connect my domain from NameCheap to GrooveKart? NameCheap to GrooveKart, you basically need to point your domain name servers that GrooveKart gives you. It says to take the name servers, I believe Dora and Major or something like this, and replace it on replace it in NameCheap. So you need to go to the GrooveKart system of managing domains, and there are like detailed guides on how to do that with NameCheap. What the Cloudflare is a platform that we are using for connecting these custom domains, and it also enables fast loading speed of your websites, of your stores. When somebody types in your domain, the actual pages will load in very, very fast. So there are, if you go to GrooveKart, let me just show you where there are detailed documentation about how to connect your domain there, so you don't have to kind of guess what to do. It basically tells you what to do. Just point your domain name service over to your NameCheap account, and GrooveKart will do the rest. So in case you go to settings, domain, and then over here you just click NameCheap for instructions on here. Okay, so you select your domain, you go into the custom DNS, and you paste in the actual DNS records that you need, and then and these name server records will be given to you by the system over here once you type in your domain. So that's basically it. Up-to-date reviews. I'm not able to find where in a funnel can I upload my ebook file for a buying customer to be able to download it directly from a thank you page. Question exceeds character limit. See next comment. Instead of redirecting to a Dropbox folder or Google Docs, could you show how it's done real quick if possible, please? Yes, absolutely. So, oops, sorry about that. I have quite a lot of these tabs open. Give me just a moment. I'm going to do some housekeeping here to close the stuff that I don't need. There we go. So we are back in GrooveMember. So I'm going to show you how to get there real quick. If you log into your Groove account, you can click over here to GrooveMember. Okay, so this is the middle button in the middle of the screen, and then once you're in there, click Content, Files. This is basically now the place where you can upload your files and host them within the Groove platform. If you want, you can click this upload file option and then drop your file here, or you can select the file through here. I'm going to add some PDF. Book of coaching, for example. Here's a file that I want to give away as or this is going to be my product that I'm giving somebody that purchases. So I'm going to say the file name is going to be Book of Coaching. Okay. Upload file. It takes a couple of seconds for the files to upload, depending on the internet speed. Once it's done, bada bim, bada boom, you can see everything in here. You can see that the PDF, this is the file size, and if there were any downloads. Once you are done with that, click this down arrow button on the actions and then copy the URL. Okay. Then you're back into your page builder where you're actually doing the thank you page. And I'm going to open my thank you page so that we're kind of in the flow. Let's just say that this is now my thank you page. Okay, and here I have a thank you page, and if somebody clicks on this button, I'm going to put in a URL. Okay, link to a URL, and I'm going to add this or paste the link that I copied from the GrooveMember's files, and just click the update. Now my button is connected to my file that I uploaded to the Groove file hosting, and if somebody clicks this button to download on a live version of the site, they'll be able to get this download, get this file downloaded to their device. So I'm just going to publish this page so that we can test it out and see if the actual file gets downloaded when this click here to download button is clicked. In case you're wondering how I created this page that you're seeing right now, this is in the Imperfect Action Challenge. This is the thank you page that we were given. I modified it a little bit so that it looks a bit more nice. But when we click this button, immediately we get the Book of Coaching file to get downloaded. So there is that, basically GrooveMember, content, files, upload your files, get the URL, and just link it to a button. Okie dokie. So what are integrations for? Integration is something like an outside app, outside platform that works with Groove. Would that be email platform? Would that be Zapier? Would that be a webinar platform like GoToWebinar? Would that be Perkzilla? Perkzilla is a viral marketing contest giveaway platform that we have integrated with. So it's basically allowing you to connect Groove to other apps as well. GrooveVideo is going to bring something like Interactor Revolution product for course members. I don't know what Interactor Revolution product is. Let's just have a look. Interactor product Revolution. Interactor product Revolution. Interactor. Yeah, these are those funnels that you click on the video. Yeah, we don't do this. We will not have this for now. We didn't plan this out. These are good to have, but it's not really necessary. I wouldn't be clicking if I see a video like this. Oh yeah, cool. Click, click, click. But it doesn't really matter that much, in my opinion. So at this moment, we don't have plans to do it. But could be maybe sometime in the future. Like, we really want to be the platform that creates the technology that users want. At this moment, I haven't seen any requests or any kind of like a big scale upvoting on a feature request that does this. So at this moment, we have no plans to do that right now. Is it now possible to bring your Shopify shop over into GrooveKart? Is it now possible to just bring our Shopify shop into GrooveKart? Well, it was possible before as well. Not quite sure what you're asking for now, but you can bring over your Shopify shop into GrooveKart. Not quite sure about this question. I'm not sure what this means. We had the Shopify importer from the beginning of GrooveKart, so I'm not sure if that matters in this answer. Paragon Studios asking, will we be able to customize the theme of GrooveMember area more, and will be able to add gamification for the member area? So gamification is something that we don't do work on right now. Like, at this moment, we want to improve our builder functionalities, the look, the feel, the kind of access, the speed, and things like that. But that's something that we will be probably adding in by the end of the year, or maybe in the new year. At this moment, it's not planned, but the customization and themes for GrooveMember, it's being worked on right now. So within the next 2 weeks, you're going to be seeing themes, options for choosing different layouts in GrooveMember for portals, for your memberships. Also, ability to manage the custom colors and put up banners and welcome page banners and things like that. So yes, more customizations are coming, but for gamifications, that's at this moment not in plan for right now. Hello, David. Where do I upload my course? All the lessons are on one video. Well, GrooveVideo would be the platform. In case you would like to connect to GrooveVideo, then you can upload it there. The way you get there is, I'm just going to use this. So you log into your Groove account, and you, over here in the middle of the screen, you can see GrooveVideo. You click on here, and if you are a Platinum member, all you need to do is click Library, Add New Video, and just basically upload your video. Your video upload maximum file size limit is 5 gigabytes, so you just need to make sure that your video is 5 gigabytes or smaller in order to be able to use GrooveVideo for this. And once you are done, then basically you are all set. You set up your video, you embed it into your membership, and you are good to go. You can also host it on YouTube, and you can host it on Vimeo and other platforms. But in case you have Groove, you are a Platinum member, there's really no need to use that one, because GrooveVideo just does that, and it's all in one place. Will Groove automations replace Zapier, Integromat, Pabbly? No, that's not our plan. We don't want to compete with those platforms. Not really. We're not really trying to build an automation platform that only does automations. Those companies, Zapiers, and Integromats, Pabbly's, Integrately's, and other platforms were built only to do one thing: connect platforms together. And that's basically their sole purpose. Groove is going to have very, very powerful automations where you can trigger all sorts of stuff and have reactions on those triggers, or basically action on those triggers. But it will be mostly for within our apps. Okay, so if somebody goes and views a video tag them and add them to a membership, and also send them an email, and also once that email goes out, do certain different tasks. These types of automations we are planning to do more of, but we are not planning to do integrations between, I don't know, Google Sheets and I don't know, GoToWebinar, because that's not something that really matters for us. We did, however, and I don't think that was smart. We are changing our marketing language. We did compare ourselves with Zapier because people understand what Zapier does, but Groove is not going to do what Zapier does. As I explained, Zapier connects one app to another, and that's not what we want to do. We want to connect Groove to something else and automate based on something else. So we're not going to compete with Zapier, Pabbly, Integromat, Integrately, and the others, but we are going to have very, very deep and powerful triggers for within our platform, and also with the integrations that we are going to integrate. Like, let's say if somebody watches a video up till 25%, tag them, put them on a segment, email them, you didn't get the best part of the video yet, add them to a list in my MailChimp account, also add them to my I don't know, Keep analytics or something like that. Basically, you'll be able to connect actions in Groove with the integrations we have as well in other apps, but we don't want to connect a third-party app with another third-party app, which those platforms do. Will GrooveVideo have the basic ability to navigate through the video via keyboard, like you can with YouTube with the arrows of pressing M for mute, etc.? That is handy to have, but I don't really think that our users need that functionality right now. Like, it's a cool feature, but it's mostly for when you're watching watching video, like for comfort, or consuming membership content or things like that. At this moment, there were really no requests for that that I've seen for now. So we do actions based on users' upvotes and the necessity and the priorities of our team. But at this moment, this was not something that people requested. It's a handy feature, but it's not a must-have. When will we get course completion certificate, weekly course reminders in Groove? Course completion certificate is not something that I heard about being talked. That's something that you can create yourself. The course creator can handle. There are platforms like Certifier with an S, Certifier, that do like these kind of certificates. You can also do different certificates with platforms like Pabbly and Google Docs, for example. So if somebody finishes up the course, and you can set up an automation, this is going to be coming, but you'll be able to set up different automations so that different actions happen based on that trigger of completing the actual course. Weekly course reminders, that's not something I know about. That's probably something for the transactional emails at a later point. But yeah, completion certificates, we are not going to be handling those ourselves at this moment. You can do, however, those in a third party already. I applied for GroovePay weeks ago, but no answer. Do you have any idea about GrooveSell payments, when it will be available? GrooveSell payments is going to come after our wallet system. It's a very complicated system, and it requires a lot of tinkering with the different partners, with the different payment solutions, and a lot of coding. We are building our wallet, which is going to make it easy for us to kind of implement the payment systems on that one, but it's a step after we have the wallet. So once you have the wallet, once you see wallet available in the Groove platform, then you know that we are getting closer and closer on that. And on the topic of the GroovePay application, just reach out to them one more time. Just reach out to support, like, hey, any update on this one? Not sure what's happening, or something like that. but I wouldn't be able to tell you, oh yeah, this is why, or something like that. So reach out to them. Just, hey, just a friendly reminder, I didn't hear back from you guys. Any update on my application or something like this? Yeah, moving on. Great to see you. Can you show us how to integration MailChimp or MailerLite? Never, this is something that you can very easily find on YouTube. Just type in GroovePages MailerLite or GroovePages MailChimp. You'll find information on basically tutorials on how to do that. I created some of the trainings, and also other users created training on how to do that specifically. So I'm not going to be showing this in this Q&A, but it's just a search away. You're already on YouTube. Just type in GroovePages MailChimp or something like that, and you'll find a handy video to watch. Newbie question, I guess. Can I connect my funnel to the same domain as my static website? Yes, absolutely. Can I have multiple funnels under the same domain without disturbing my original website as its related pages? Yes. Yeah, so this is why the actual funnel, the funnel folder capability and the functionality inside the Groove Pages Builder is very handy, because it allows you to kind of have everything under one domain and manage all of your funnels within that one brand project site. Hi, is your GrooveMail functional now? I wanted to use it as soon as possible. Yeah, GrooveMail is functional now. We are rolling it out to our users. Users are getting access to it. You will get access as soon as possible. How can you connect GrooveBlog to GrooveKart? Thanks. It's just linking. I showed earlier an example on how to link the blog to Groove Pages, but you can do the same exact scenario in GrooveKart as well. So just copy over the blog URL and connect it to a button or in the navigation or something like that. So there is no actually bringing in the pages of the blog into the GrooveKart. So you go into GrooveKart and manage your blog from there. That's not the ability of what GrooveBlog does. But you link them together just by, like, you create a button or in the navigation or somewhere on your site in GrooveKart which says like visit our blog, and you just paste in the actual URL of that button to be your blog's URL, and that's kind of it. Can you please explain the difference between states, hover, active, and focus? I can't find anything on this on Groove Digital. It's basically CSS settings. Hover is when you put your mouse over but you don't click on something. That's the hover. The active is when you actually clicked, and the focus is something that I haven't used, to be honest. It's a CSS property that somebody that uses CSS knows about, but you can just Google it. Focus state CSS. Let's see if they have. I've seen a great video about that in hover, press, focus states, webflow, beautiful access. Okay, focusing on focus styles. It's not something that a lot of people are using, so this is a hover. This is in Webflow. This is just a tutorial on Webflow, but they have the focus state as well here. Ah, here is the focused. So yeah, so they do like a red glow just to pull your attention to that one. Oh yeah, you see. So it's kind of when you go into a certain element and you clicked on it in a, for example, a form field, so that you clearly see what you're working with. To be honest, I haven't seen a lot of websites use it. I never use it myself. It's a good to have. It's a handy feature, but it's just mm, not used a lot. I may need to refresh my builder. I do a lot of interesting stuff in my pages, so sometimes these things happen. Let me just open one of the test sites. So I'm going to show you guys how to actually get to those states. For example, in case you do a solid button and you have here these states, hover, active, and focus, in case you want to bring attention to something, and for example, as they did in that video we watched earlier, they have a text area or something like that, and when you go and type in there, you can set up a focus state or a border, for example, with a red color or something like that. And this actually shows that somebody is typing in there, or this brings the attention to uh, where the customers are and they need to type in something. Hover is when you bring your mouse over. The active is when you click on something, and the focus is when you are kind of working with something. That's basically it. It's the CSS properties. The focus one I never used, to be honest. Is GrooveStream planned to have similar features to StreamYard, such as being able to use or upload your own graphics and video on stream? Yes. Will StreamYard integrate with GrooveVideo? No. For example, streams would be auto-uploaded to GrooveVideo after live stream, where you could then have the option to download or use them on a page. StreamYard will never integrate with Groove. Groove is going to have GrooveStream, and that's going to be deeply integrated with all our other platforms. So most probably what you just mentioned, this is going to be done through GrooveStream, not StreamYard. So we don't need to host our own videos on YouTube, such and such platforms, if we use GrooveMail. I mean GrooveVideo, so you don't need YouTube in case you use GrooveVideo, not GrooveMail. But yes, so you can use GrooveVideo to host your videos for your membership pages and things like that. Will GrooveStream integrate? Okay, I believe I answered that one. Hello, David and Mike. Just bought Platinum Lifetime. Loving it so far. Thanks for all your work and great service software. Thank you very much, Paragon Studios. Hope you enjoy the future upcoming releases and everything that we have in terms of softwares and functionalities. I bought the Platinum Ultra Plus. I don't know what Ultra Plus means, but congrats. We only have Platinum, to be honest. I wonder when we can use GrooveMail for sending error. Not if was still there. It's not an error. It's just saying that basically the sending is halted. Users are already receiving access to GrooveMail. If you didn't yet, that's just a little bit of waiting time. We automatically enroll people for sending. If a landing page gets created outside of the box, can we move it into a project, or should the template process work? What is the outside of the box? Currently, we can seem to save a template. Not sure what outside of the box is, but I believe you are trying to say if you save the page as a page and you want to use it as a funnel, then how to move it. That's my understanding. You can save blocks. You can also save the actual template. I don't know why wouldn't that be working, but yeah, you can just resave the blocks in case you are having some difficulties with the saving of the templates. But reach out to our support. Maybe they would be able to assist you on that. You're funny making China. Groove is an amazing product, and the team is very big in their vision. They keep on over delivering on expectations from the CRM. I wish it continues for eternity. Thank you very much. And I agree. There are some people making it China could be probably just making fun of the actual name that we gave to the actual package, but we really think that we are doing the best that there is in the funnel building world, and we are allowing you to use outside platforms. For example, in case you don't really like what we did with GroovePages, you don't have to be married to that platform. You can still use your own page builder, which kind of, you don't have to, but you still can. You can use GrooveSell there for free. Even you can upload as many products. You can just connect to GrooveMember. You have one free membership that you can use. You also get email senders even on the free account, and basically you get the full platform to start with. If that's not something that makes you happy, then yeah, it's still in early stages. It still has some bugs, but it's just a beginning of every platform is kind of rough. The more and more mature we are, the easier everything will be getting. Hey David, do you know anything about GroovePipe CRM? It was in the infographic a few months ago, but it's gone, or it will, or will it not be included in the GrooveFunnel apps? It will be included, but we are not trying to do it in this year. We kind of shifted the focus, and we got the devs that were working on that platform for further improving our own current platforms right now, because we want to faster move out of this beta phase with the platforms that we already have out there, and we want people to just be able to completely rely on those platforms that are out there right now for their businesses. So we kind of shifted the focus on creating more quantity, from quantity over to quality. That's what we're trying to do. We are going to be getting GroovePipe CRM, but not probably this year right now. It was just an idea during the Groovathon, like, why don't we create our own GroovePipe CRM? Like, we have one of the founders is using GroovePipe or Pipedrive, and he was like, he offered this idea of creating our own system, and all the other people in the company just say, yeah, that's a great idea. So it was kind of a rushed decision, and we said, yeah, we'll do it this year, but it's kind of taking more time and focus in creating a better software than we originally hoped for. And we shifted our focus, as I said, from quantity over to quality, so that first our page builder and the sales system and the the membership platform and the GrooveKart e-commerce platform are working as they should be, and then we can focus more on the other apps that are not that frequently mentioned. This was just an idea this year, and we need more time to further discuss it and plan it out properly. But yeah, it is in the pipeline. We won't take it away. Yeah, correct. It'd be nice to have a meeting app inside Groove as an alternative to Zoom. I don't know if Groove webinars will offer a meeting feature for attendees like Zoom does. We won't try to do what Zoom does, the like hundreds of people meeting at the same time in one place, but we are talking about having something that basically you're recording yourself, you can talk, and other people can see what you're recording and talk also within a kind of a live streaming environment that is actually not streaming the content out to a YouTube or Facebook or something like that. So basically, you get on a camera, others join in, kind of a room type of system, and it's basically Groove Stream without the actual functionality of pushing out the content to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and so on. So that's something that we plan and that we are planning, and that I believe Mike coined the term, and he called it on the last State of Groovion. He mentioned that it's called Groove Conference, and from my understanding, this is what it's going to be doing. It's basically allowing a couple of people to come on camera, communicate, maybe even record a meeting, but not actually stream it out anywhere or not make it live as a webinar. So that's basically, it's not what Zoom does. Zoom is a proper teleconferencing platform, we will have a small chunk of it as well, but it's not going to be a focus on like on taking Zoom off the market. That's not our intention. Thank you, David. You've been wonderful in giving us all of us clarity on each of our questions. My pleasure. Thank you very much. Okay, is it possible to get the person's email address to your own autoresponder, not GrooveMail, when you get a new GrooveFunnels member sign on? If you do it through GrooveSell, you can. If you do it through GrooveMail forms as well, you can. But otherwise, you cannot at this moment. We'll have. You need to use really the one of the two options of form creations that are connected through automations in our system, which is the GrooveSell checkout forms. You can create a freebie or something, and people, when they sign up for that freebie, they get access to a membership. But then you can, through automations, add them to your own autoresponder. Okay, that's already an option. Or you can create a GrooveMail form and just say, put your name and email here, and then you can do two automations. One will be if somebody signed up to this form, give them access to this membership. And another automation would be that you tell you create the automation. If somebody signed up through this form, add them to an integration, MailChimp, this list, save. Basically, these two automations are needed in case you go the GrooveMail form route. Hi, David. GroovePages. Can you please explain the best way to use fonts to keep them consistent throughout the page? Often select the page default and then try to select my font in site settings. Is this the best way to go? Alternatively, when I try changing fonts using the text settings, these sometimes do not change or don't seem editable, especially if I've loaded a design block or I'm working from a website template. Thanks. The method you're trying to do is most probably because most of our templates were designed before the site setting font, the global font functionality was added. So when we were designing templates before, we went into each and every text element and we decided, okay, this text is Nunito font in 12 pixel sizing. Okay, each and every text element, each and every icon list item, regular list item, image list item, anything really with text was set up that the text font settings were set up specifically. That element has this font and this size. Another element has this font and this size. So that is the reason why you're trying to use blocks and templates, and the actual site setting override is not properly working. So what you would need to do is to set up the fonts to be page default, the default text font, and that would allow you to manage all the fonts at the same time on the whole page, whole site. In case you're designing a page from the wireframe blocks, that's already done. In case you're designing a page from the elements tab, basically you're pulling in all the elements from scratch, all of the text, all of the elements that have anything to do with text, the font is set up as page default. So you don't really need to do much. You can just go into the site settings and change everything, every font on the site to be the one that you need. But as I said, before this global font functionality came into our builder, we designed most of our blocks, most of our templates, and that's why this override, the global font override, does not work. When will the missing Asian currencies be added before GrooveAsia launches? Because it is not making sense to promote it if my customers in my surrounding countries cannot even select their currency. If it is requested and upvoted in the feedback portal, then we are going to add it. At this moment, we added the most requested and upvoted currencies out there. We can do another batch soon for adding on the currencies that were newly added to the feedback portal. Saving a page from one project as a template and importing it into another project is broken for weeks already. Okay, not sure if this should be a question. If it is reported, then we are going to be working on it. It just takes different priorities. You can, in the meantime, you can save it as blocks and then re-import it into your own, into the other page. Can I collect email addresses with my Groove membership? Or do I have to use MailChimp? You can collect email addresses. You can create Groove Mail forms, and you can just collect the actual contacts in Groove Mail. Sending email to those contacts at this moment is not available for everybody. We're slowly rolling out the access to send emails through Groove Mail, but at this moment, the form functionality for collecting email addresses is still available, so you can just use that without any issues. Kevin Jacobson, if I set up a product store and I want a JV with someone and offer their product to my following, is there a way to track my agreed upon split from them while still offering a 2-tier affiliate program? If I set up a product store and I want to JV with someone, you're talking about product store. If you're talking about GrooveKart, there is no way to actually sell affiliate products in GrooveKart, if that's what you're saying. At this moment, it is not available in GrooveKart, and also JV and affiliate programs are not available in GrooveKart. Let's just say if you are talking about GrooveSell, if you are JVing with someone and offer their product to my following, is there a way to track my agreed upon split from them? So you cannot be a JV. Not sure I understand this question. So you want to promote their product, but you want to still have 2 tiers. I believe that is not. I will need to check, but I know that we were talking about activating the actual normal 2-tier that Groove does to everyone. For now, it was, if you're selling your own product, the actual 2nd-tier link is going to allow for 2nd-tier commissions. The normal products were sold on 1 tier only. At this moment, I'm not quite sure if this is done or not. I need to double check, but a way to track agreed upon split from, it's a confusing questions when you're talking about, this is the actual product owner, these are the affiliates, I want to also do it too, try the affiliate program. It's kind of a messy. Kevin, I don't know. I would say reach out to the support, and they have answers to a lot of these complicated affiliate questions. At this moment, it's I'm here on live. I have 10 more minutes to go, so it's kind of confusing question. I would just say reach out to the support. They will be able to assist you like with a focus on this question, just to double check everything before. So at this moment, it's kind of hard for me to answer immediately because I would need to double check a lot of things. So yeah, please reach out to the support team. They would be able to assist you on this. I show a current domain of something under my domains and shows platform as GroovePages is hosted, as I have a CNAME host and GroovePages on my HostGator cPanel. Why does it show as no under hosted? How can I fix this? So in case you have your domain on HostGator, you cannot really have a hosted domain used by the hosting platform and Groove at the same time. You would need to really point out the name servers over to Groove, which most of the hosting platforms don't really allow you to do that. Even if they allow you, then you will not be able to use the hosting with that domain. So in order to point your domain that you're already using with your hosting to Groove, that is done through a CNAME record. But if you connect with a CNAME record, then the hosting on Groove will be no, because your domains name servers are not pointed to Groove. It's on somebody else's name server, so that's the reason. So hopefully I managed to answer this one, but also reach out to support. They can actually look into this one for you and understand this better. From what I understand, you have your hosting, your domain is on that hosting that you're using, and you want to connect that domain to Groove, but you really cannot, because you actually can through CNAME, but when you want to connect it fully, then you would need to point the name servers Groove gives you to your domain, but most of the hosting platforms don't allow you to do that. Okay, I jumped over a couple of questions. I'll go back. I've seen websites and funnels using font pairing making web pages look better than using just the same font throughout the web page. Is it the recommended approach to make them look better? It's just a preference. I don't really have an answer, yes or no, for you. Okay, this was the question. Craig, will GrooveBlog allow custom sidebar options per post category or page, for example, and different banner images? Thanks. If you, at this moment, that's not planned, but you can request it in the feedback portal, and we'll see how many people would want this functionality. I have Platinum, but I'm wondering if there will still be a free version that I can market to my clients once Groove moves to monthly payment model. We will always have a free version. It's not going to be as good as the current version of the free offer, but there will always going to be a free option that you can use as the actual freebie to bring in people through your affiliate link. So yeah, all new apps are worth the wait if they are great as what we have now. And they're going to be even better, because as the time passes, our devs get better, our founders get more familiar with the technology, and new ideas spark up. The technology is advancing. Other companies pop up that will do something that we didn't even think of, and we may add it to our own platforms that we already created. Because believe it or not, if we do Groove Survey, Groove webinars, Groove Stream, all of this kind of has a base. One is handling video, one is handling forms, one is handling pages, one is handling memberships. A lot of bases are covered, and anything else that we think of within the next couple of years, we're going to be able to implement very simply, because we already have kind of the base technology working for us. So if a company pops up that does XYZ with their video streaming, it's going to be easy for us to add that on as well. So you're not going to need to spend extra money with another platform, because we already have a base for that already developed. How can you connect GrooveBlog to GrooveKart? Thanks, Mohammed. I actually answered that question already, so please just see my previous answer. Thank you for answering the Zoom feature question. My question came from a perspective of having live trainings for paid members in a course and not stream it on Facebook or other platforms. Yeah. I don't have the limit on how many people will be able to be there, but around 9-10, I believe, is kind of a normal number. We will never try to do full-on teleconferencing seminar numbers like 200 and 500 and so on, but as time passes, we may change that opinion as well. Also, I cannot delete this domain, which I tried to do, so I could start over. Jim, reach out to support. They'll be able to assist you more on that. For paid product funnels, is there any way to capture data on my GetResponse? You can through webhooks. You can use, at this moment, you can say, GetResponse is not a direct integration with us right now. So what you could do is you can set up a webhook. You can use Zapier or Pabbly or Integrately or something like that that gives you this webhook capture link, and you can actually capture the information being provided in that GrooveSell checkout form. You send it over to your GetResponse software, and that basically covers it. So there is a training on that I did very similarly inside the Facebook group. Just type in, let me show you. I did that with ShipStation. ShipStation was is a shipping platform that people were asking about. I did a training directed on that, but any kind of integration works. So in case you're using the keywords inside the Facebook community, GrooveSell, or no, webhook, ship station. Okay? Just type in webhook ship station, and you're going to get a video of me explaining that, which is kind of a bit lost. Let me just see if I can find it with the different keywords. A webhook. Ah, yeah, duct taping app. I use this duct taping app in, here we go. So the actual name of the post, people keep asking me on how to connect GrooveSell and GrooveKart to other apps we currently don't integrate with. Here's a short tutorial on how you could do that using webhooks and duct taping apps. In this case, I connected GrooveSell and GrooveKart to ShipStation, but this can be done with any other app available in the duct taping apps. Basically, I guide you through directly GrooveSell, how to add a webhook, where to get the link from, and where to paste it in, what it does. I was using Pabbly Connect because that's a platform I owned at that time. You can do this the same with Zapier webhooks, and you just paste in the link in the webhook URL inside the GrooveSell checkout form section, and just create a workflow which transfers the information provided by GrooveSell over to your GetResponse integration. So there we go. Yeah, I'll use duct taping. If you just search for this word, duct taping, you're going to find this video from me. And Facebook has a pretty bad search feature for their groups. Okay, very many questions. I'm not going to get a chance to answer all of them. I'm trying to go through many as fast as I can. Let's just see. The next one is, okay, here. I've seen websites and funnels using font pairings. Okay, this is just a preference I mentioned already. Hi, David. When we upload GrooveVideo in embedded code, when we publish the site, takes time to upload, almost half a minute. Sometimes users feel that there's an empty space. How to resolve this issue? Most annoying in membership site, because there are more videos and all take a long time to upload in live. When we publish the site, video takes time to upload, almost half a minute. Not sure about that. I believe it depends on the internet speed. Granted, mobile, it should be faster, but that's not something that you can manage right now. That's something that is going to be better and better with time, because we are changing our video hosting options as well. And as we are improving our platforms, the speed is just going to improve. So at this moment, I don't really have an answer for you. It's technology. It's just getting updated all the time, and one of those updates will be to improve the speed of the loading, as we did with GrooveMember, as we did with GroovePages. All of that requests for speed increases were added already. My CloudFlare account gives me analytics of website visitors, number of visit location when I use their name servers. Can I get to see my analytics data if I use CloudFlare name servers? No, we don't provide all the analytics that CloudFlare allows you. Our connection to CloudFlare is a business premium that basically does what we do right now with it. It doesn't provide all the analytics information, but we have other analytic platforms added to our system, like Matomo, I believe, is one of those that we use for GroovePages visits. We also have visit tracking in GrooveSell. We also have different tracking systems for clicks on the email, the links in the emails and things like that. So we use our own inner tracking system. So we don't rely on the CloudFlare. We always like suggest setting up your own Google Analytics so that you can get more in-depth analytics on that one. If you don't want to hook up your Google Analytics account with your pages, you can just connect your own CloudFlare account. It's not going to allow you all the flexibility and changing of subdomains just by one click that we have planned out in the next couple of days, but it's still going to be good because it gives you all that information for the analytics. My preference is just hooking up Google Analytics to whatever I do, but if you prefer Cloudflare, then you have an option to do that. How can I copy a website to GroovePages? I had an icon on my pages to open paste code, but now I'm unable to do that. Unable to see that on GroovePages. Yeah, we don't provide that source code editing anymore. You can use embed code options. It's not the same thing, I know, but we don't allow users to tinker with the source code anymore. There were a lot of issues with users just going in, just deleting a dot or a hashtag or something like that, and just breaking their sites beyond something that we were able to fix. Our support was dealing with tons of different requests because users were getting in the source code, and none of the platforms give you actually editing options for the source code, and we will not. We removed it for our users as well because it was causing more issues than it was solving. If we point our root domain name servers to GroovePages, can we set up subdomain pointing to GrooveBlog? Yes, that's something that you can. My question about MySQL PHP connection was missed. I didn't see that pop in. If you can paste it in one more time, then I can see it probably. A couple of minutes are left here. Hi David, when we upload Groove videos in embedded code, okay, I believe that was already answered. How can I publish my full site? You can just click on the publish the website option. We did change. I wish to publish my full site instead of publishing single pages. Then you just choose the website publishing option that we have. So we never remove that functionality. When you go to publish, you have two buttons. You want to publish your website or current page. If you want to publish your whole website, then you click on this one. In case you want to publish your current page, then you click on this one. It doesn't allow me to do any kind of publishing because I didn't do any changes on here. So now that I did some changes, I'll be able to publish my site. But at this moment, I didn't set up any kind of folder on here. Test something like this, and now I can publish my whole website just by clicking on this website and this publish button on here. So there's that. Okay. Why is GrooveAsia launching a separate site? Does that mean that there will be Groove Europe, Groove South America? No, we're trying to cater to bigger communities that don't necessarily speak English or have completely different culture as the English culture. European culture very, very closely resembles, and they understand English, and most of these European countries are better in speaking English than some of the native English speaking countries. So we are trying to cater to different cultures and to different language barriers and different systems. They will have their own money processing payments, payment gateway, their own different way of setting up the funnels and things like that. Asia is a whole complete different culture, and we need to cater to them as well separately. So Groove South Africa and Groove Europe is not going to be coming because it's basically under Groove International. And Groove Brazil, Brazil is a completely other level of working as well, and Asia is another level, and Russia is just a complete different culture, complete different way of selling, and those are big communities that don't speak English necessarily. Okay, so I don't see the question from Luis that he mentioned on here. Sometimes YouTube doesn't actually post the questions from users because there are some keywords or key phrases that it recognizes as harmful or rude or something like that. There are also sometimes links in the post, so sometimes YouTube doesn't paste in those questions. So Luis, I wanted to answer your question, but it's just not showing up for me. So this is it, ladies and gentlemen. 2 hours and 3 minutes. Hopefully you enjoyed this session. Hopefully I managed to answer your questions. I'm going to be doing this session, not this session, but a similar session again on Friday. This is going to be the same time, same place, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch. And yeah, hopefully you have a great rest of the week. If you do have any kind of questions or you need anything, please reach out to our support team. They would be happy to help you. And also our engaged community is always there to point you and guide you to the places that they know about. I'm also in there less than before, but I'm also answering to the questions of our users. So thank you one more time for being here. Hopefully you enjoyed this session, and hopefully see you in the next one. Bye for now.